have been coloring in the month of April. So April has been probably a typical coloring month for me. It has also been quite a busy month. We've had a lot going on, finalizing the boys' rugby season, and also finalizing more towards the end of our school year. So it's just a lot has been happening, but it has been productive. So I'm going to first show you my WIPS and then my completed pages. So in Mythographic Magical Earth by Joseph Kattenbang, I have been coloring in the giraffe page, which is this page. And I'm just going to zoom you in. Right, so I've been using Inktense pencils for this page, and the challenge is to color the entire page only using Inktense pencils. So as you can see, because of the amount of details, it is quite a challenge. I'm going to find it's quite tricky to do the more details on the girl and the house. So we'll see how that goes, but for now, so far we've only used Inktense pencils. Now these videos are available under the Mythographic playlist and the live stream playlist, which I can also tag for you up here in the right corner, and you can go check that out. So that is what I've done so far in Mythographic's Magical Earth by Joseph Kattenbang, which is an absolutely exquisite book, and I really love that there are no more hidden objects. Next WIP that I have is, I've got two in this book, and this is Drommenwanger by Tomic. Okay, so in here I have been working on this double page spread. I'm just going to zoom you out a little. Now I've had to use quite a lot of tracing paper and wax paper to to cover it up, because I don't want what's on here to transfer to the other side. So what has been happening with this page, as you can see, I'm using quite a shocking range of colors. I had some friends come over the one week, and I'd left my book out on the table and some of my pencils, and my friend's 4-year-old daughter came into my book. She had a look and she picked up a black pencil and started coloring the tail, as you can see here, and then she went on up here onto this tree and started coloring it blue. Then I saw her move on to some of the other pages, and I quickly rescued the book because I couldn't not allow her to carry on coloring in all my pages. So I decided I would treat this double page spread as a experiment. I was going to experiment with fantasy colors. I would use the colors she used for the dragon and for the trees. And then I decided, because it's already been colored in by a 4-year-old, why don't I use the oil pastels that I have and see what can I do with them. Now, as you can see, the background is quite splotchy. It hasn't been able to blend pretty well, really. On this side, you can see it's very splotchy. Given that it's a kind of like a forest dragon, I don't think it's the end of the world, because it can create a bit of texture in the background. I couldn't find my white chalk. I couldn't find the white oil pastel. I ended up picking up a white chalk pastel, and that just didn't work. So I've had to go from white, this yellow towards a green, towards a dark green. And then obviously I've got here tried to do contrasting on the tails, and I've been using gel pen for accents on the tree and all the animals. The only animals I haven't done with gel pen is the deer. I felt I could probably do that with pencil. The pencils I'm using are Prismacolor, and I'm really just basically using I'm using a black, a white, an indigo, a light blue, and a medium blue. Yeah, so I'm using basically 5 pencils to do this dragon. I want to do his eye green to tie in with the background, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm still not 100% sure how to tackle all of the scales on this dragon, because I'm thinking maybe this side here needs to be a bit of blue, and then the black over here. I'm not 100% sure yet how I'm going to do it. So that is my biggest challenge, but this page is complete. So I have officially done 1 page in this book and completed it. I haven't published it on my social media because I do see this as a double page spread. So to me, it's still incomplete. But I'm very, very pleased at how this is going, and I do love that this little girl's color choices have been so inspiring. So that is that page. Then my other WIP is over here, and I am attempting to do a blue roof with a yellow house. So I'm getting there, and slowly the walls of the house are deepening. I'm going for reddish brown sort of wooden features along here, yellow tree leaves in some places, but yeah, very, very detailed. I'm not 100% sure yet how I want to tackle all the tree trunks and that. So because of how busy it is, this one is really, really doing my brain in quite a bit at the moment. But I'm sure if I look at other people's completed page for this book, I will get some more inspiration. So I'm thinking possibly bringing in some stone elements, or gray stones here or there. Yeah, it's just taking it one step at a time, really. But I really am enjoying this one, and I think the start of the roof has come out really, really well. So definitely a labor of love, this book is. So that is my 2 WIPs in Drumandvanger by Tomislav Tomic. And then I have 2 books, both with completed page and both with a WIP. So in Fairy and Fantasy 2, the page I have as a WIP is this page, which I am coloring with one of my son as sort of like a buddy color. And we are filming it as well. I think her hair needs more layering, so I'll probably need to pull that in. But I am trying to really go for pastel effect here. And as soon as we're done with the color along, I will publish them, and most likely publish them to the channel. For now, I'm still busy editing. I've edited 1 lot of videos, and then I'm still working on finalizing the other parts. So that's my WIP. And then the color along I have completely finished is this one, which is the Wild Sunflowers Bloom. And I've used Castle Arts for this page, only Castle Arts, and a bit of gel pen and, well, white gel pen, and then yellow paint pen around the edges of the petals. And yeah, I think she's turned out really, really lovely. I think I've captured quite a nice accents on her skin tone. So yeah, very, very pleased with this one. And I still have to edit the videos, but this will be a color along on the channel. So that is what I've done in Fairy and Fantasy 2 by Christine Caron. Next is Circle of Life. Here I have 2 WIP. Well, I have a WIP and a completed page. So my WIP is this one, which I've used an Inktense base, and then I've gone over with pencils, Prismacolor pencils on the rocks, and then I will most likely use Prismacolor pencils and go over the water and all of that. And then over here I've used Prismacolors. So yeah, that's gone really, really well. It is a bit of a labor of love, but yeah, I really, really like it. Still getting used to this style of coloring and all of that, but I'm sure with time it will get quicker. And then my completed page is this one, which is the mandala. So that ticks off the geometric pattern or repeated pattern checklist on the coloring checklist challenge. So let's have a look. So this one, it ticks off the color page from the last book I bought at the time I started the challenge, and I've also colored a very detailed page and a repeated pattern. So that page ticks off 3 items, which is really, really great. So very, very pleased about that. I do want to come over onto this page and do this one. I think it will look really, really lovely. And if I'd use hibiscus, make the hibiscus red and the flamingos pink with nice light blues and almost like teal blues, I think it's going to look really, really spectacular. So I do want to do this page. There's quite a few in here I do want to do, so just got to get used to how to color in this book. So that is Circle of Life by Malpamini Chattopadhyay. Then I come to my completed pages. So in Main Race Dutch Asian by Rita Berman, I have colored 1 page, and I did this as a color along with you on the channel, which I will link up here in the right hand corner. And here I use Prismacolor pencils, some Dovecraft glitter glue, some Dovecraft glitter glue in the wings, as well as Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, gold gel pen on the background, and also chalk pastels. And I really like this color chalk. I think it really works well. So very, very pleased with that one. So that is my first completed page in Main Race Dutch Asian by Rita Berman. Then another page we did together as a live stream video is Somewhere in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. So Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. I'm just going to pull you out. And yeah. Still have a lot to do in this page, in this book. All right, so it was this page here. And here I use watercolor paints for the background. I used gold foil, silver foil, and rose gold foil for the embellishments. So actually this page would tick off the color a page with added embellishments on. So that's another thing I can tick off on my coloring checklist challenge. I use Prismacolor pencils for this page and white Sakura Jelly Roll for accents and highlights. So overall I think it came out really, really well, and it is something different. So yeah, really, really pleased with this. Still have quite a lot of pages that I need to finish in here, but you know, one step at a time, we'll get there. So that is what I've done in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. Then I decided I needed to play with my Inktense pencils a bit more, so I came to the Magical City by Lizzie Mary Cullen, and I did the Hyde Park page using Inktense pencils, and that was it. I don't think I added any white gel pen or anything like that, so I really like how it turned out. I'm not too sure about this flower though. That's the only thing that I'm not really sure I like, but yeah, it came out all right. And I do like the way I colored the stones. I did find out though that if you wet this paper and then go over it with the Inktense, the paper bubbles. So that won't be a technique I will do too much. I have to be careful. And then I added a blue heart to my page in support of Autism Awareness Month. So that is what I've done in the Magical City a coloring book by Lizzie Mary Cullen. Then I have Garden of Fairy Tale Animals by Kanoka Igusa, and here I went and did an Easter page, and I went all out. So the blue hearts, because April was Autism Awareness Month, and we know quite a few people who are on the spectrum. And then I used gold acrylic paint for the splatters on the eggs. I was going for galaxy eggs. I didn't want to just make pretty, beautiful painted eggs. I wanted to be out there. So I went and I did galaxy style eggs. And then I splattered pearl, Gamzai, Tambi pearl colors all over the page to just create that splattered look. So I used Prismacolor pencils for everything. I did follow coloring with Elena's videos for the baby chicks because I didn't know how to really approach them. It was the first time I've done baby chicks, so I refer to her photos and her videos for help with that. And then I used everything else with Prismacolor pencils, and I will bring up on this side the photos I used for inspiration for the eggs, and you can have a look. The only downside by splattering this page is I've gone and really made a bit of a mess on this side, so this is quite splattered. So I'll have to think about how I can work with that and fix it. But yeah, I really like how this turned out, and I'm glad I did something unique and different. It's always a nice challenge to see how we can do something different. So that is what I have done here. Oh, but I just remembered I have one more book to show you. So if I bring out the Flower Year coloring book by Layla Dooley, I do have a page in here that I am busy working on very, very slowly. And the reason it's slow is because I'm using Derwent Artist pencils and I'm busy with this page. So this is using the Derwent Artist pencils. I still need to build up the layers a bit more. As you can see, they're very, very, they're not very vibrant. So I'm hoping to finish this page. I am filming it as a color along so you can see how I'm doing. I think the colors are okay, but yeah, this is why I don't use the Derwent Artist very much. They lack the same vibrancy as Prismacolors, Artesa's, even the Castle Arts. So I think they work well with loads of patience and loads of layers. They're not terrible pencils, they're just not the same as the Prismas, the Polys, or the Artesas, or even the Castle Arts. So I will complete this as a color along video for you, but if you are interested in alternative pencil brands and the colors to match these, let me know in the comments and I will make sure I put it in the description for you. So yeah, I just chose something really small to work with the Derwent Artist because they are my least favorite media at this point in time. So that is my other WIP. Apologies for not putting that in the beginning. But yeah, so that's what I've been coloring. That's what I've been doing. I am going to create a new video showing you all my plans for May and possibly into June. And I'll also be sharing with you in that separate video my children's challenge for me for the summer holidays. So be sure to check that out and keep a watch on the channel. Until next time, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do like, subscribe, comment below, as it does help my channel to get to other people who are interested in the hobby. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.